that if we lie, our noses will grow. And where will we be then? Without our cute noses and our laid hips.
I was just saying that to Backstreet Boys the other day.
See?
Oh.
Whoppers.
Oh, you still got that in your head, haven't you? Whoppers.
Oh, dear me.
Oh.
Oh, you're a bit for a ride, aren't you?
Thank you.
You've made it all. You've made an old man very happy.
Oh, you're fit. Actually,
Thanks.
No, we don't like older men. Oh, come on, girls. Come on.
Oh, see you later.
See ya.
Hey, get off me out, you cheeky tyke.
Oh, do you know what he reminds me of?
Who's that?
That lovely strapping man. What was his name? Andy someone.
Oh, Andy Critchlow.
Yeah.
Well, this week he's doing BMXing in FBX.
BMX has been around for a long time and it's still the best fun you can have on two wheels. Just check this out. I headed north to Livingston Skatepark near Edinburgh to meet a few BMXers who live to ride and ride to live. You don't get much better than these guys. BMX is extreme, but how extreme is it in terms of a rating?
On 1 to 10, I would give it about a 12 at least.
So you'd say it's the most, comparing it to skateboarding or inline?
If you want to get into extreme sports, I would say BMX is the best. When you look at some of the extreme sports and see who's at the top, a lot of them have BMX backgrounds. So if you want to do well, get into BMX.
Where is it at in Britain at the moment?
It's actually quite popular just now. There's loads of new skate parks cropping up now, down south especially.
To beginners, I would recommend street riding because that's what's outside your front door. If you've got a BMX bike, it doesn't cost anything to ride the street. That's where you're going to learn a lot of your skills. And then once you've learnt some skills, get down to the skate park, build some trails, get to the BMX track, do some racing, see what you really want to get into. You're going to learn by riding with other riders. It's very difficult to learn just riding yourself, but read the magazines, see what the pros are doing. There's always tips in the magazines. Watch the sports channels, they're putting BMX on more all the time.
There's a lot of advertising. This thing you see in America, the X Games, yeah, that's pretty much publicised a lot, you know, so you see there's a lot more youngsters kicking about on bikes now.
I can tell you're itching to know. So here comes a little history lesson about BMX. It's over to you, Keith.
Thank you, Mr. Critchlow. BMX, or bicycle motocross as I prefer to call it, finds its roots here in the 70s when some creative young persons start performing bicycle jumps in imitation of the motorbike scrambling they watch regularly on TV. Soon it becomes necessary to adapt their equipment specially for this purpose. And in the shed of destiny, a new form of cycle takes shape. Smaller wheels and extremely lightweight frames are blended together and the BMX bike is born. The rest, as we say, is history.
Like skateboarding, BMX tricks are technically difficult. It's a gradual thing, so I'm starting at the bottom with a bunny hop. While I was gearing up for my first lesson, Kenneth couldn't resist a little showboating for the camera.
Bunny hops, there's two versions. There's the American bunny hop, where the bike lifts up at the front first, and then the back wheel follows. And then there's the ordinary bunny hop. Both wheels come off at the same time. Just like that.
Which is just like a straight jump.
Just like a straight jump, yeah.
Right, I'll give it a bash.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Which is the best one to do to get higher?
To get higher, you will find an American version does a lot better.
Okay, so what's the next step?
The next step I would recommend is back hops. Get your balance, pull the back brake, lift up, and start to hop.
Gordon Bennett.
Then once you get it down, you can start incorporating other tricks.
Oh, getting that second hop in is the hard bit. And crippling myself.
Yeah, we got some back hops. Excellent.
I might have been delighted with my bunny hops and back hops, but it was nothing compared to what some of these bikers get up to. tricks, stunts, whatever you call them, you know, what are in at the moment?
A lot of grind stuff, eh? We do a lot of that in the street as well. There's a lot of street riding done where you just slide down banisters.
Jumping about on your chain wheel and that kind of thing. Backflips as well, but you don't really do it in concrete skate parks. You tend to break your neck if you get it wrong, so you won't be seeing many of them this weekend.
Before you go crazy on the halfpipe, you must do the safety stuff first. Choose knee pads, choose elbow pads, shin guards and body armour. Choose the meanest, hardest helmet that you can get your hands on. There is no other choice.
Barry White saved my life, and if Barry White saved your life or got you back with your ex-wife, sing Barry White.
BMX has never really gone out of fashion. Riding has always had a badge of credibility, which hasn't escaped the attention of Huey and the other fun-loving criminals. Image means a lot in the world of BMX. Is there a specific look to a BMX rider?
Well, I mean, if you look at us, for example, we are classic style merchants right here. We've got Scooby-Doo t-shirts and the cap and the sunglasses, so I wouldn't say we're typical, but, you know, each to their own.
If it's speed you're after, you should try racing your BMX. But be warned, a whole different dress code applies down at the track.
You've got the long trousers, heavy nylon, long sleeve, light top, and the shoes. Freestyle, you'll notice the difference. Kids normally wear baggy trousers, the knee pads, elbow pads, helmet. So it's a bit different, but all share the same lifestyle theme.
I usually just scan my clothes from various places, people you know. I don't try not to buy anything because, you know, being bikers with no money.
Is that the culture behind it? Be broke and live to ride?
Yes.
Most BMXers go for a dark, grungy look. Hoodie tops are essential. T-shirts rule and are big and baggy. Whilst Vernon was horsing around, I was back in Livingston, determined to nail the halfpipe.
The most fundamental thing to learn is rolling in or dropping in. Tips are, just keep your balance, pedals level, ride along the side, find a grade that you're happy with.
OK, I'll follow you down then.
Okay.
Let's go for it. That's unbelievable, I've never done that before. It felt great. You don't need a halfpipe to get started in BMX, but you will need a bike. Make sure you get sound advice before you buy. If you want more information, call this number. Find out more about BMX and other action sports on the BBC website at www.bbc.co.uk/so/sport/extreme. Go check it out.
Yes, good old Andy Critchlow, he's fantastic. And you know, Andy's a good friend of mine and I really do like him now, and I think... Oh, God. Thanks, mate. Andy's a good lad and we do like him now because after all my pleading to Andy about let me go and do extreme sports, well, not only did he let me go and do extreme sports, he let my good old mate Shane Lynch come with me, and we went and we did wakeboarding, which is fantastic, and that's in next week's FBX, so make sure you don't miss it. Now, if you're wondering why my agents are standing beside me here with BMX tops, it's because we got some BMX gear from that very FBX, and we're going to put it into our most wanted competition, Individual Suspects, later on. But now, people, it's time for the, what do you call it? Get going!